Welcome, debtors and borrowers, to Bankruptcy Bailout. My name is Matt Burkus, Colorado bankruptcy and student loan relief attorney, and today the student loan forgiveness just keeps trickling in. The Department of Education has announced a round of $415 million of federal student loan forgiveness that's going to go to about 16,000 borrowers. So this forgiveness is under what's called the Borrower Defense Program. Now briefly, what Borrower Defense is that if the school you attended somehow misled or defrauded you, or really basically scammed you, then you may be entitled to have your federal student loans canceled and forgiven. So the Department of Education announced another round of forgiveness based on applications that they have received. So we're going to talk about the schools it covers, how many people, and the amount and the reasoning behind this round of forgiveness. And if you're not included in this round, that doesn't mean you don't qualify. It means either A, you need to get your application submitted, or if you already submitted an application and it was denied, follow up on the denial for reconsideration or submit a new application. But anyway, the schools involved are the big culprits in the for-profit education industry: DeVry, Westwood, ITT, and Minnesota School of Business, or Globe University. So for DeVry, the period that they're looking at is 2008 to 2015, and the fraud they're looking at is the job placement statistics that they advertise to students. So for the DeVry cancellation, right now the Department of Education has identified about 1,800 borrowers who qualify. I'm sure there's many more out there that will also qualify, but at least for this specific round of $415 million, about $72 million is going to former students of DeVry who attended between 2008 and 2015. The next school is Westwood, and this is in my home territory of Colorado, and the period they're looking at is 2002 to 2015. Westwood closed in 2015, and here the fraud relates to salary data that it advertised regarding its graduates. So basically it was just saying, hey, you can earn a lot of money, and none of that data, or very little of that data, was accurate. The Department of Education has identified 1,600 borrowers for Westwood, and again, I'm sure there's many more, and I probably have some former clients who would fit into this category. The third school, another big culprit, ITT, and specifically the ITT nursing program. The period here is 2007 to 2016. Only about 130 borrowers have been identified, and the issue here has to do with promises of accreditation. Now, I don't know the whole history behind the ITT nursing program, but apparently during this time frame it was telling people either it had accreditation or it was seeking accreditation or had some sort of provisional accreditation. It really didn't. So that was the fraud for ITT nursing. And then lastly is Globe University, or Minnesota School of Business. And this is specific to its criminal justice program, and they identified about 270 borrowers from this program. And let's make sure I got the range here. Did they give a range? They didn't give. I'm looking at the press release right now. I didn't see a range. It looks like from about 2000, at least from 2016 and before, but I don't see a specific range for the date range for the Globe University forgiveness. But in any event, so we're talking about DeVry, Westwood, ITT, Globe University. This is borrower defense federal student loan forgiveness. So if you have private student loans, which a lot of people do who attended these schools, that's not part of this specific forgiveness. The federal government cannot forgive private student loans, but they can forgive federal student loans. And the nice thing about the cancellation they announced is they're talking about full cancellation. So as long as you attended within the time frame that they've identified, and you can prove that you were misled by these job placement ads, that's what the borrower defense application asks you to do, then you may be entitled to full forgiveness of your federal student loans if you attended one of these DeVry, Westwood, ITT Nursing, or Globe University. This settlement was just announced today as I am making this video. There's been prior announcements to this, so there's almost about $2 billion worth of borrower defense applications that have been approved, but I think that's just a drop in the bucket of what is pending out there. So best of luck to you. Get your applications in, get your borrower defense applications in. This is one thing that I do as part of my legal practice, is I represent individuals obtaining borrower defense, because it is a technical legal analysis, because as part of the application, you need to show where you were defrauded under state law, with whatever state that you're in, and this is usually some sort of false advertising claim, or violations of other various consumer statutes within your state, and you have to match that up to the conduct of the university in order to qualify to have your federal student loans canceled. And that's one of the things that I help and I assist borrowers with. My name is Matt Burkus, Colorado bankruptcy and student loan relief attorney. I offer initial consultations to those seeking assistance with their student loans. They do cost $169, but most of the time we can get you pointed in the right direction. But if our services are needed, we will certainly talk about what we can offer you and your options. Best of luck to you.